All right. Welcome to Boyer Farm Track After Dark. This is not the Two Wheeled Rider podcast. I don't want anyone confused by it, despite the fact that I'm joined by my co-host,
Brian Boyer.
And now I'm going to have to edit that. And now we're back with our next guest, Noah Orsini. I don't know where he came from. Have you ever seen this kid before in your life?
Once or twice.
Me only once or twice, too. I don't know where he comes from. No, this is my son. Noah, what is your Instagram handle? We've been having everyone kind of plug that before we get started.
Noah_Fast Racing 46.
And you should say that fast is spelt with two S's.
Yep.
But you got the underscore right. I'm kind of impressed. So, you've been out here at Boyer Farm Track all weekend.
Yep.
It's like and we've gone over this third weekend in the last few weekends. What's it been like out here?
It's been pretty good. I mean, if you're at Boyer Farm and you're not having fun, something's seriously wrong with you.
My man.
Nope, I agree with that. Either you're not riding or you're not sober, and either way, we don't want you here. Have you been? Listen, I mean, let's be fair here. You did pretty well on your 50 when you started racing it, especially season 2. I think you. I don't remember where you finished points wise, but pretty high up in the points on the 50 on the 50cc bike. Raced 65 for kind of a season and a half. First season, it's kind of what you expect. First season on a new bike. Second season, not what we expected. Now you're on an 85 because we just jumped you up mid-season last year. What's the difference between the 65 and the 85, and what do you like more or less about jumping up to the bigger bike?
Well, I think for starters, what I like more is just those bigger wheels and that extra power to get me through some
Brian,
routes.
side note, I need bigger wheels and extra power.
Yeah, you need to.
I need a 23 front.
Yeah. I don't know if that'll work, but
Maybe not.
no. But yeah, to Mario's question, I've been super impressed with the 65. No disrespect, it was okay.
No, I was bad.
And then suddenly you get on the 85, and obviously it had nothing to do with bike ability or anything. You just gelled with the 85, and now you're rolling. So maybe talk a little bit about what was the difference? I know you like the bigger wheels, but do you just feel more comfortable, more confident?
Yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable on there. I don't know what it's about. It's just something clicks, and it just turns me on.
I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, we're on the late night podcast.
Yeah.
So
No,
we'll touch that
he
with our other
threw that
guests.
out there to us. I mean, when we get the adults in here, we might touch on that. Yeah. Wow, that went off. Anyway, you got a race coming up next weekend. You've raced once this year, just a hangover?
Yeah. Yep. That's
Yeah,
right.
you're running second. I don't know what happened that final lap, but hangover is one of those races that you coming in as one of the top guys. You're supposed to win, and everything can go off the rails because you don't know what's going to happen weather-wise. Hell, I only unloaded my bike and then put it right back on the back of the truck, which Andrew reminded me of as I was out checking out the SXCX race earlier. He's like, "You actually going to unload your bike this weekend?" Yes, I'll actually race. But you ended up finishing third. Not a bad finish, all considering. I mean, that could end up being a drop depending on how many races we have. It could also just end up being, top 3 finish any weekend is a good finish. What are kind of your expectations? And we're changing disciplines a little bit because we're going from Harescramble to Sprint Enduro. What's your expectation for next weekend? What are you looking to do?
I'm looking to put it on the box, see how many people are there. But I'm definitely I'm not trying to get stuck, and I just try to get put in the fastest lap time, see where that takes me.
Well, you got through. You mentioned the hangover Harescramble. I swept
road?
Yeah,
I don't
swept
know.
road
It's a
that
long night.
Yeah, swept road that course, and it was challenging. And you just kind of started a little bit on that 85. You hadn't that much experience. It's the first race of the year, so I think that probably helped you a little bit with the technical ride. And you've been out here doing some hill climbs. So do you feel more confident in some of the technical aspect now?
Definitely. And as you mentioned those hill climbs, I mean, I'm really liking them now just because extra power, and honestly, I like it. Like if I was on my 65, I hate it. I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, you're just getting used to it. And I think if you get kind of comfortable being uncomfortable, which I think will help when you get to the challenging sections of a race.
So the moto you guys were running today.
Yeah.
If I were to go run that moto with you, who wins, you or me?
Me.
I would honestly like to see that, because in the first moto, I think you could really throw a very short string between you and Luke out there, and then you stretched out a little bit. The second moto, you came back, maybe change some clickers, change some stuff, maybe.
I think you started out. What, you guys 10-second increments?
5.
5 second, and then you. I know Luke pulled over at one point, but I think before that you probably gapped him by, I don't know, what would you guess, Brent? 20 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, something clicked seemed in the second moto. So, but it's so cool to see how close you are. And I think if we throw your dad in the mix, he's gonna have to push. I think he'll be right there in the mix with the three of you. So hopefully,
the sad
we're gonna
part
get him out
is
there.
I'm out there in the mix with two 11/10-year-olds on an 85.
That's right, they're ripping.
No, you guys are both riding great this weekend, and whatever. I'm riding tomorrow, one way or another. Now, if you do beat me, I will request that we go hit up some hill climbs after that. And I'll go hit up the double A. I don't care. I think I can make it up before you make it up. Probably.
And the reason I think I'd win the moto was just because I know it's some tight stuff back there, and those big handlebars might not be able to get through all that.
Yeah, so I was on the 140 screaming today.
So maybe I need to take the 100 out.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Noah. And I get, because I'm your dad, we really haven't chased, not say we ever chased, but we haven't gone after a ton of sponsors this year because we were planning on taking it easy, which thanks to COVID-19, there haven't been any racing. So, we had to take it easy. But anyone, any sponsors or any companies or any people you want to shout out before you hop off here tonight?
Definitely Fast Training in Winchester, Virginia. OGO, because I'm still sponsored with them.
Yeah, we are. You and I both.
Yeah. Well,
I have like
JT
6 or
Motorsports.
7 OGO bags. How weird is it for you to say JT Motorsports? That's got to be the first time you've ever said that on mic and or on camera.
Right on moto.
No, it is. Yeah, right on moto. I mean, I'd say that, but I can't. It's shut down.
No, but I mean, to be fair, like JT's been great to us. We're still very close with the Ross family. We've been out there riding, so we're obviously always going to shout out John and Jake and Luke because they help you guys. They help you and me out a ton. But JT Motorsports, from a dealer perspective, they also actually sponsor the actual version of this podcast. Anybody else?
Well, yeah, definitely Luke and Jake Ross, and for helping me get better on the bike, for hill climbs, and just making me feel more comfortable on it. And definitely John Ross for tuning my bike and making it really well.
The magician.
And definitely my dad for doing everything and taking me everywhere, and spending all the money that he
he's
has
all
just
right.
for me.
Well, I guess
You left out one other person and or place.
Oh, Brian Boy Farm Track.
There you go.
My man.
All right, man. We appreciate you being on tonight. We're going to get a few more guests on, but it's well past your bedtime. I don't know where you're sleeping because this is podcast central. So just go find an empty bed, and I'll see you in the morning.
All right. Good night.
Good night.